Hi and welcome to the Beer Temple. I am Chris Quinn and today we are doing a beer, a IPA that is a single hop, and the hop in use here is the Mosaic hop, a brand new hop that has been getting a lot of attention, and there's been a lot of beers that have come out this year that have used this hop that have been very much liked by the beer community, and I figured why not go and try this beer, which I'm excited to try, and then also one that highlights this specific Mosaic hop. So first let's talk about the beer. The beer is Annica. This is a collaboration beer with Floyds and Acre, two Chicago area breweries, two breweries that are very much respected nationally here and are known for their use of hops. The first batch of this beer was a brew pub only. I'm trying to think of, it's not even a brew pub, it's just a tap room, a Acre tap room release that you might have been able to get growlers from, but it certainly wasn't bottled, and it was brewed on the Acre system. This is the second batch, which was done at Floyds in Munster, Indiana. I have heard very good things about this batch. I've heard it might be as good as the or better even than the first batch. So these guys have collaborated in the past and to very big success. So I expect big things from this beer. I have not personally had it, so that should be fun. So yeah, this is an IPA. Not sure what the alcohol is, but yeah. Yeah, okay. Just trying to see if it says anything about the alcohol. It doesn't. So, Mosaic hops. They're new. Very, very new, actually. You know, I talk a lot about Citra hops and how that's new and the big it hop. I think it took 10 years for them to develop that hop. These hops take a long time, as I've mentioned before, to actually hit the market. And Citra has actually been in the market for quite a while. Mosaic just came onto the market in 2012, and already the brewers have kind of jumped all over it. Just right now thinking, I know of 3 beers that use this hop. One would be Annica, obviously, both versions of it. Another would be the Alchemy Hour Double IPA from Great Lakes that came out earlier this year, which was very much featuring Mosaic. And the third was this year's Sam Adams Latitude 48 IPA. One moment. Oh, that was the wife, so gotta answer the phone when she calls. Anyway, yeah, the Sam Adams Latitude 48 IPA used Mosaic hops in addition to some others, and they made, you know, that very well known on their packaging that they're using these Mosaic hops. So people have definitely been using it and definitely want people to know, hey, there's this new hop out there, Mosaic, give it a try. The new hops that people are using, the craft brewers are using, are a little different than the big new hops that would come onto the market in previous years. Growers historically were very interested in how efficiently a hop could bitter a beer. That is the percentage of alpha acid in a beer, in a hop, I'm sorry, for efficiency reasons. You have to buy less hops to get the same amount of bitterness into your beer. So it was very much an economical thing, and I think some of the aromatics that came of it might have just been kind of second in importance. But that's changing little by little, and Citra, Mosaic, stuff like that are very much an example of these new essential oil focused hops. The essential oils are what give hops their aroma and flavor contributions to the beer. Now, Mosaic is known for having a very fruity nose to it. Blueberry specifically. I tend to think of it more as like a juicy fruit bubblegum versus just like those pink bubblegums. But let's see. I'm curious to see what the beer smells like here. The color, very nice and clear, deep copper color. Good head on it, and the head is certainly sticking around. I would imagine if I poured a full glass of this, it would look quite attractive. Let's go in and give it a smell. Yeah, it is very much like I remembered other Mosaic hop beers smelling, but man, there is that fruitiness. I've had other Mosaic dry hop beers at some festivals and stuff before, and I do get a little bit of kind of a herbaceous green onion thing too, just a hint. But man, it's fruity. I don't know if I get blueberries though. I get kind of a like a flower blossom floral nectar thing. Some of that garlic onion, but there's something else there. Some people just nail it and say blueberry, blueberry, blueberry. I don't. I'm trying now in 20-30 seconds to figure out what it is. For now, to me, it's almost like a I don't know, green onion blossom, if that were to exist. Really nice, almost like a potent chutney, like a nice kind of like orange garlic chutney, because they're like nice and sweet and jelly-like. It smells pretty darn good. Let's give it a sip. Very hoppy, not overly bitter. The bitterness is slowly growing, but it's not an attack. It's starting to dry my mouth out. It's a little astringent. As your mouth dries, some of that sweetness falls off and the bitterness does grow. It is becoming more and more bitter, but it's a very slow burn, so to speak, of bitterness. Very clean bitterness. It's interesting. The hops are there all the time. They're most present in the aromatics. They drop off just a little bit when they're actually on your palate. You do kind of feel that kind of like tongue, teeth coating hop thing that you get in some of these very aggressively hopped beers. Fairly light, fairly dry body to it. I wish it had just a little bit more sweetness for me, personally. You know, I hear Three Floyds and I want a little bit of sweetness. Then again, Half Acre is known for kind of their bone dry stuff, so. Huge hop flavor, really all about the hops. Quite a bit of bitterness and not a lot of malt. So if you want to dry it up, dried out double IPA here with big bitterness in the finish, this is a very well put together one. It's highly fruity. It's very much not the juicy fruit gum that I was getting. It's more of like that chutney, but that's what it smells like. There's not that sweetness there that I wanted. And it's solid. I'll go 91 with this beer. That's probably even a little low. I think some people would taste this beer and absolutely go bonkers for it. I'm not sure why I'm not. Probably at a different time tasting this beer I would, but right now I just like it quite a bit. I'm not bouncing off the walls over it. Solid beer. And quite the nose on it. Really kind of a cool nose. There you are, Annica from Three Floyds and Half Acre. Guys, thank you very much as always. I never get tired of saying how thankful I am of all you guys. Hopefully you don't get tired of hearing me say it. I appreciate all the reviews on iTunes and all the ratings. Thank you so very much. yeah, please keep it coming, and the emails on either Facebook or at info@craftbeertemple.com, or I love the comments. The comments have been doing really well on the website. So probably the best place to watch the show, because you can just kind of search around and it's easy to find them all. That's about it, guys. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I would love to know what you guys think of Mosaic beers, what flavors you get out of them, if you've had them before, if there's any out there that I hadn't mentioned that are worth trying or for other people to try to pick up. That is about it. Thanks one last time, guys. I'll give myself a bit of another pour and then leave the rest for my customers today. Guys, thank you so very much. I gotta go. In addition to opening the store, I've got some great beer to taste out and to have, and hopefully you do too.